we were doing the scene, we were rehearsing, and then all of a sudden I see my dad trickle in the back, behind Video Village. And it was just like this surreal experience.
He was doing a scene in the diner, and he's playing with the younger Kreese, and Barrett is his name, and he was terrific. He looked just like me. It was really good. And as soon as I walked in, the writers are in the Video Village to my left, and they're all watching the scene that Jesse had an earlier call than I did. And they just stopped me, and they said, "Your son is just killing it." They just told me. I didn't even say good morning. I walked in the door to the diner, and then he's at the booth 10, 20 feet in front of me, and the writers are all, they're directing it, as well as watching the monitors. And they grabbed me and they said, "He's flawless. He's killing it." And I just felt like $1 million. I mean, I just didn't have to say anything. I didn't go up to anybody and say, "Everybody treating you well? How's it going? You good with the lines?" I didn't have to say anything. And they just continued to tell me how wonderful he was moment by moment, because I never even got a chance to walk up to his table. And that was so fulfilling for me. And, Jesse has done, when you start off as an actor in this town, it's real tough because you get little parts. But Jesse's been lucky enough lately to get a couple of really diversified roles, like a couple of Christmas movies he's got coming out on Lifetime. And he did a D-Day thing. He did a thing I wish I did. And it was about D-Day and in 1944. And he played it with Weston Cage, Nick's son. And it was great. It was terrific. It's all about, Jesse, tell her about exactly what this is about, because it's a marvelous story that we don't know about in American history. And I loved it because not only did they ask me to come and play a one-day role as a freedom fighter, but I got to learn so much about what really happened prior to D-Day, Tell us, Jess.
Well, I think what he's saying is how much, how fun it is to work with each other. And, we really, my dad and I've done, I think, like 4 or 5 movies together. And, it's always such a good experience to work with him. And, especially that day on set where we were shooting in that diner sequence. I mean, it was a huge sequence they had. I mean, it was like 5 a.m. We roll up to this diner. They have all these 50s cars that were rolled up on the parking lot. And, Barrett Carnahan, who played young Kreese, who, I've become really, good friends with, we were just chatting about this whole experience. And I was talking to, John, Josh, and Hayden, and they were so excited. They had never really done any period piece like this in their whole career. So they were super excited to have this like flashback sequence. And then, we were doing the scene, we were rehearsing, and then all of a sudden I see my dad trickle in the back, behind Video Village. And it was just like this surreal experience of, watching him watch me bully himself as a younger, teen, young adult. It was really wild. It was just unbelievable. And, it was beautiful at the same time to, like, father and son, have that experience, for his legacy. It was incredible for me to just be able to be in those shoes that he's created for a little bit, and just, honor him and honor that. And, again, it was a bit of a legacy for me. And I was really, really proud to be able to do that. And it was amazing. I mean, we had so much fun doing it, when they flew me down to Atlanta, and, there's a whole story of how the whole thing came about, but, it was out of this world, unlike anything else.